Hello, everyone. Today I will be sharing my 5 habits that really completely changed my life for my morning routine. So, although these are 5 morning habits, these really help change your energy, your mindset, just the way you show up for yourself. So, they aren't complicated, they aren't time consuming, but they've made the biggest difference in how regulated, how aligned I feel every single day. So, firstly, habit number 1, and that's less phone, more sun. So basically, I just don't go on my phone the first thing I do in the morning because in this day and age, that's what almost every human being on earth does. Check their phone. So although sometimes I do check the time and I shouldn't, and I should probably get an actual alarm clock, so if you do, continue. Open the windows, taking the sun, vitamin D for your mind and your body. When you look at your phone, when you're just waking up, you're flooding your mind and your body with stimulation, with information. Another thing about waking up to your phone is very psychological, and this is why I changed it because I used to always go on my phone as I wake up, minutes after minutes of just scrolling. That's really bad. And I changed that habit for the better because scientifically, the phone does something to your mind. I will add the scientific information to why this is bad for you when you first wake up, and I honestly think it's true and that it changed me ever since I did less phone, gradually less and less, and focused on being present with the outside world. Plus, your nervous system, if you're living with other people, you're also taking in these people's energy. But that is all before you've even grounded yourself, before you're grounded into your own energy, into your own nervous system. But when you expose yourself to the sunlight in the first hour you're waking up, what you're doing is you're calibrating your circadian rhythm. You're basically telling your body it is time to wake up, and you're taking in the weather, you're taking in the temperature, and you're just aligning with today's present energy of nature. So wake up, open my windows, and if you have a balcony, step outside, take in the actual physical heat of the sunlight for a few minutes, even a few seconds. Now, habit number 2, I'd say, is all about body activation, water, and movement. So it's all about grounding my body through body movement and hydration. And that's just simply as it says, drink water. So your body is dehydrated from sleep. What you want to do is wake your internal system up. You do this by flushing out toxins, make it move, make it work. Then what I do is walk around my room, and as I do that, you want to make your bed. So as you're moving around, you're warming up your muscles. Making your bed is so good because how I see it is that you are resetting your bed, your space, your energy to this new day. Sleeping is kind of the bridge of yesterday and today. Once you reset that energy, remake your bed, it's all just new energy. When I see my bed being made all tidy, I just see it as I didn't sleep here before. I'm just focused on the future and the present, not what was happening yesterday. On a very psychological level, this helps a lot. Now, habit number 3, and this is again something I recently added into my routine, and that's journaling. More specifically, journaling to clear my mind. I have this thing called my daily emotion journal. So I always now in the morning, if I have thoughts, I dump all of it onto my paper, onto this journal, dump whatever thought is ruminating in my brain. Here are the size of the journals I choose specifically. This is A6. This is my main one. I have more though. Small A6 journal. And I put all my thoughts in there. Whatever I'm feeling, whatever I'm thinking about, whatever I'm stressed about as I wake up, I put it all there. Here's why it's so important to get those thoughts out. It matters because when you first wake up and you have all these thoughts, maybe thoughts from yesterday, when you have these thoughts, they kind of set the tone for the entire day. If you're worried about something in the future or something that happened, you will feel worried for the rest of the day. If you keep them internalized in your mind, it will feel intense. They take up space in your mind. But when you externalize them, they feel less overwhelming. This is specifically why I chose a small journal for this, because psychologically, your mind, when it sees a smaller page, it thinks it needs to write less, or it has less in your brain. You naturally think there's less to put out, less to fill in. Psychologically, your mind will put down things in a synthesized manner. And when you witness those emotions, those thoughts, in just a small couple of pages, you're like, That's actually so little. I'm worrying about so little. So it's extremely psychological, and why I think this habit is really underrated. And getting into writing has really changed and transformed my life. Little side note, I do recommend getting ones without a binder, especially if you're left-handed like me, because these binders really make it less motivating to write because it's so annoying. So this is my mind clearing habit I do right after I have set and regulated my physical body for the day. And then it's now my mind that needs to be grounded and regulated. So mind, body, internal, external, everything. I would call this habit a non-negotiable. Now, habit number 4 of my morning routine, and that's really general, but it's really important. That's all about your self-care, your skincare, your brushing teeth, and getting ready, even if you're not going out. This sounds obvious, but this isn't about hygiene. It's about self-love. It's about self-care, showing up for yourself, your self-worth, and really just proving to yourself that it doesn't matter whoever, whatever you're with, it is for your own energy, your own purpose. It's a form of self-respect when you just show up for yourself, when you take care of yourself, your skin, your teeth, your hygiene. It's more than that. And where I say this habit is needed is not just in general, it's good for hygiene, but it's discipline. The more you do it every day, the more you feel like it's purposeful. The less days you miss out on taking care of yourself, the more you feel like this is a necessity for your body. So you show up for yourself. You respect yourself. You're telling yourself you're worth caring for, even if no one's around. Now, habit number 5. So after you got ready, after you've grounded yourself, your body is just so in tune with the present, and your mind is just clear to take in this new energy. You want to start affirming. You want to do some sort of spiritual practice, whether that's meditating, whether that's affirming, whatever it is, do something that's spiritual. You can even do this through the mirror. It's connecting yourself on a deeper level. I say my affirmations to affirm who I'm becoming, and it focuses my brain into my higher self. I also express my gratitude for life, my gratitude to everything. I decide to empower myself with words. I build myself up and I don't shame myself, because this whole part of this habit is about stopping this pattern, this cycle of self-shaming, and reusing this ability of choosing wisely which words you're gonna choose towards yourself when you're so much more in the habit of shaming yourself and criticizing yourself. Every time you do some sort of spiritual practice, some gratitude, something good towards yourself, you remind yourself of who you are. This is helpful to reprogram your thought patterns. You're anchoring yourself into the version of you that you're becoming. Doing it every morning is great because this is where your mind is most productive, is most ready to take in information, and it really helps re-regulate your entire brain system. So these were my 5 morning habits, and this is the exact structure of how it goes. It's step by step. So although these are morning habits, it really did help transform my life for the better, mentally, internally, and externally. It makes you feel more grounded and ready for the day. It just sets a whole new tone and energy of yourself for the rest of the day. So if any of these habits intrigue you, I really strongly recommend you adding it into your disciplined morning routine. It's so helpful and so easy. So let me know in the comments if you're gonna try any of these, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.